Okay, take that out of here.
Okay, I think we are live. Yeah, we are.
Sweet.
Okay, so for lesson 2, part 1, it says state the 5 steps of the process. And so, how do you guys want to like answer the questions? Do you guys want to like take turns or?
Oh my gosh.
I think we can each like take a step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just go over it. I can just go with the first one. So I have the answer key pulled up as well right now. So just so you know, we're not spreading false information. So obviously the first one is you need to like design the study. So you have to obviously have a question that you want to research, and then you need to go over what needs to be done to answer that question. You know, what, like if you're trying to find out how many people use iPhones or how many people are going to use new iPhones, you have to come up with the study and what you're going to be done, and then you have to go over a population, who you're going to be studying, if it's going to be what type of people you're going to be asking, and what kind of data needs to be collected, you know, how you're getting it, all that jazz. So that's the design, the study kind of a thing.
Okay, and then the second one I put data, and so you kind of, I think it's self-explanatory. You just have to gather the data, do the experiment, do the observation, whatever you need to do to get the numbers.
I'll take the third one. It's basically just, you know, describing the data. You know, how are you going to make the data visual? Are you going to use what kind of graphs, or what kind of, you know, how are you going to calculate the statistics to help people actually see the data that you've retrieved?
Make inferences is what you are like, what you have decided the outcome means from your data. If you have decided to reject the null or keep the null hypothesis, and kind of like what that means for your study. And I can do the taking action thing as well, because that's basically the same thing as making inferences. It's what you're going to do after that. Are you going, like, did you perform this study to make like a suggestion to somebody? Did you perform the study to know if like a certain shot or whatever works to cure a certain disease, or stuff like that?
Cool. So. Sweet. All right. Any questions? Nope. Everyone's good. Okay. Number 2.
Okay. So the first one says match the following statistical terms with their appropriate definitions. First part, subjects are in a group according to similarity of some characteristics, example, age, income level, political party. Specifically, take a simple random sample from each group. Homogeneous. Let's see. So that one was stratified sampling. So.
No.
No, it's not?
No. The
subjects are in groups according to similarity of some characteristics.
I think it is.
Wait, which one did you say it was? Sorry, you cut in and out.
So the A, subjects are in groups according to similarity of some characteristics. I put that as B, stratified sampling.
A is C, random sampling, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Let me look at the answer key.
So
the answer key is C, computer generated draw from a hat, etc. So that's simple. So the lowercase goes to the lowercase one on the question sheet, and the capital on the left side.
So so if you have like a ton of names just in like a big thing, then and you just draw it randomly like a lottery ticket, that's simple random sample.
Oh, okay.
And then but if you have like groups of like different people, so like so if you're taking like statistics of what age group does something or something, and so you have different age groups of people, and then you pick like 5 from each group randomly, that is stratified sampling, because it's like not all the way random, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, take it out.
Okay, so I guess part B, Jared, if you want to take that.
Let's see. Sorry,
Oh, you're good.
sorry to just close out my window for me, so I have to go back and look at my
Here,
notes
I
real
can
quick.
do B.
Okay.
Sorry about
It said subjects are in some sequential order, randomly selecting one subject to start your sampling at every like K subject. And so that one is systematic sampling.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, it does.
So systematic sampling is the kind that like you place, it says like you place everyone in order, and then you say, and it's
No,
a
I'm
random order.
sorry.
What?
No, sorry, I'm with you. My kids were running in and out of here. Sorry.
Okay. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So then C, we already said was
The systematic.
Systematic.
okay.
No, C we said was simple random
Yeah.
sampling.
Right. Okay. And so now we just have D. Do one of you guys want to do D?
Subjects in the group. Subjects are put into a group that hopefully represent the population. Randomly select one of the groups and sample everyone in that group. That's the cluster one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And now it says provide a brief description, oh, for number 3, provide a brief description for each of the following terms.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna just take that first one. So
Go ahead,
experiment, just whoever's conducting the research controls, it's the conditions in which the measurements are made. So just they have an experiment and they are controlling the conditions so they can make sure the measurements are correct.
Perfect.
I can do the second part, observational study. So what the key says, researchers simply observe what happens without controlling the conditions under which the measurements are made. And I think that observational is like kind of it's harder to control like what kind of data you want to get, or what kind of obviously you can't control the sample. So or I mean, what condition? I mean, yeah, you can say, oh, I'm only going to sample 20-year-olds, or I'm only going to sample people in blue shirts, but it's harder to have a forced outcome that way. I think it's more pure, the results. So.
Yeah. I could do treatment. The treatment is like, isn't that for like when you're doing like the studies to test a medication, and the treatment, the medicine, or if you're doing like a study on like home buyers, the treatment is like the specific homes they buy, because it's the difference that's like the difference that you're testing in the groups. Like even the placebo effect is like considered the treatment, because it's the way it affects the group, right?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the things that they give to
yeah, like,
the changes put on the subject. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Response variable. And then I just put that that's the change that changes the experiment.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Okay. And then I'll do subjects too. And then subjects are the people helping with the study. Like the people you're testing, not the people that like take information. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the null hypothesis is like what you're assuming like would be the normal like population status quo. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
And then alternative is the opposite of what you thought. Or the
Exactly.
yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
And then divide p-value. Or define. Oh, can't read.
Fine. So what the sheet says, the probability that results, the probability that a result will be observed that is as extreme or more extreme than the information observed, assuming that the null hypothesis is true. So it's like the high end of the null value. Then the p-value is that extreme value that comes up. You know, assuming that it's like the outlier kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
On the other end. So.
yeah, like when we get further on into the class, the p-value is what you use to either prove the null hypothesis or reject it. Like,
Sweet.
so.
Okay. Determine the correct. Okay. Oh, and so like 6 part A through E is just determining the correct sampling method.
Okay. So A, I'll do this one. A medical student researches the prevalent, I can't read, holy cow. Prevalent, I can't, okay, of aspirin usage by questioning all the patients who enter her clinic for treatment. And so that's a convenient sample.
I'll do the next one. It says the Colorado Department of Health obtains an alphabetical list of 2 million adult Colorado residents and constructs a pool of survey subjects by selecting every 1,000th name on the list after randomly choosing one person from the first 1,000 on the list. And that would be systematic sampling.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it fun? In a gout full of 59 adults, 52 subjects using a computer numbers. That was the simple record.
Yeah.
Is anybody else getting
What?
Is anybody else getting
Just me. Yeah, I'm kind of getting it for you guys.
Yeah.
And myself.
Huh. We're on part D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, a dietitian has partitioned people into categories of under 18 to 49, 59, and over 69. He is serving random sample of 200 members category. So that's stratified sampling. So she had already divided them out by groups. And then she was taking samples from each group.
Sweet.
Okay.
That's what I got too. A Johns Hopkins University researcher surveys all cardiac patients in each of 30 randomly selected hospitals, and that's a cluster. Okay, cool. Number 7.
Okay, number 7. The American general patient satisfaction local patient primary care physician. Determine the type of sample method using the following scenarios. They take simple random sample, and then sample all the patients to work with. That would be cluster sampling.
I'll do B. They put all of the residents' names in a computer and use random number generator to get a sample of 100 patients, and that's SRS, simple random sample.
7C. They divide the residents by gender to do a simple random of residents within gender. Again, stratified sampling because it's divided up into two groups. And then taking that.
All right. Intersect in this, and then they pick a fifth by randomly one of the first five and that one is the systematic one.
That's it.
Nice.
Okay, number 8. Determine for each scenario whether it's an observational study or an experimental design. If it's an experimental design, determine the response treatment. So for A, I put it's observation. Oh, the Center of Disease Control. Oh, okay. Do you want me to read it? We don't have to.
Oh, I don't think we have to.
Okay.
Yeah, for B, I put experimental design. And then I guess the response variable is how many hours sleep they got the week they have. And then the treatment, you either got the placebo or you got the the subject was divided into 1,000 groups. 1,000 installment. So there's that.
Okay, so the last question. Do you want to read that, or do we want to read that, or should we just go to the questions?
Just go to questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for A, I put that it's also a designed experiment.
Yeah.
B, what are the subject? There's a total of 224 patients diagnosed with skin irritations.
Then C was the response for. I just put down the degree. Basically, their skin irritations they have observed on the patients.
Yep.
Yeah.
And D.
D what? Right? Depot?
What?
D.
Oh, I think Luke muted Charity.
Oh.
It just popped up on my screen.
I don't know how to unmute. I'm sorry. Oh, here it goes. Nope. Oh, sorry. I was just trying to get the echo. Oh no. What the heck?
Yeah.
Say what?
Wow.
Okay, so if you click on her picture, the top right, it'll have like a drop down button, and then it says muted, and so maybe you can unmute her.
Yeah, I'm trying to click on it, and it won't touch it.
Uh-oh.
It won't unmute.
Yeah, it's like sure.
Charity, can you hear us? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. At the top of your screen, it's if you like twirl it around a little bit on the Google Hangout video thing, it has a mute button. Maybe if you could unmute yourself.
Is that better?
Is that better? Yep, that's perfect.
Sorry for doing that, Jared.
So D right 0.5 to 1 at Vivo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got too.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, do you guys want to pull up your quiz?
Sure.
I'm glad you told me that we take the quiz together because that would have been awkward.
Yeah, that.
All right.
Okay, just let me know when you guys all have it pulled up.
I've got it.
I have it up.
Charity, do you have it up?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. So 1 and 2 are questions you ask yourself.
Yep.
And then it says, okay. Researchers would like to determine if viewing material consistently within an hour after class helps students perform better on exams than if students wait to review the material the day before the exam. To answer this question, the researchers are trying to determine if an observational or an experimental experiment would be appropriate. They're discussing who the population would be and how they will determine which sampling method is best represent the population. Which of the 5 steps of the statistical process are the researchers currently applying? Design.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we just want to go like I did that one, Jared can go, and then Luke, and then Charity, and then we'll just keep going in a circle like that?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Okay. The next one, researchers has got the results of the survey where the participants were asked how many hours they watched each day. The researcher tallies the frequency for each category and numbers of hours watched. Then creates a histogram to illustrate the overall distribution. Which of the 5 steps did the researcher apply? Would that be describe the data?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's creates a histogram to help illustrate the overall distribution. I agree. Okay, question 5. Mumbai, India is a city of importance in the country as well as the economy. Market research has been asked by a prominent fast food restaurant to help determine if the citizens of Mumbai would support this fast food business. From a list of registered taxpayers, 3,000 names are randomly selected. Individual on the list is given a brief questionnaire. The researchers received 1,000 responses. The population is is it the citizens of Mumbai? Or is it just the 3,000 names that were selected from taxpayers?
Wouldn't that be the group or whatever?
The 1,049 people responded?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I saw the population was not necessarily gathered information, but where you're gathering your
Yeah, so I think it's the citizens.
Mumbai. That's what I think as well.
So what we can do for this one is, because we all get 2 chances, and so like half of us can put like, so then we know the answer, and then whoever gets it.
Okay.
If that's how it works, because I don't know, because some teachers show you what the or not what the answer, but which questions you got wrong afterwards. So
Sorry.
I don't know, but we
So,
get
yeah,
2
the
chances, so it's not the end of the world.
The population is the entire pool from which the statistical samples drawn.
What?
Like this. I think citizens.
That's what I think as well.
Yeah. It's the entire.
So maybe we can all just put it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Question 6 and 5.
All right. All right. Mumbai and the growing city of importance as well as a market research asking by a fast food fast food restaurant determine if the citizens will buy or fast food from the payers 3,000 collected. Well, on the mail was mailed the brief. The researchers received 1,049 responses. Is the sample the 1,040?
Yeah, I think so. That one's a little trickier, though. These ones are a little trickier.
Well, they tell you to like the sample population size. So I think that was the population. The 3,000 sample, but the sent back 1,000. And so that is your.
Yeah. Okay. 7. Studies have shown that the retention rate or the retention of classroom materials can drop as low as 58% within 15 minutes of class and within 44% after the first hour after class. This forgetting curve continues so that within 6 days, only 25% is remembered. How can a student conquer this forgetting curve? The researchers in the study claim that constant review is important. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invited you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class for 10 minutes, for 10 minutes an hour after class, and for 10 minutes then again 2 days after class for 10. Whoa, I'm not reading well. Your teacher then gives you a short 10-question quiz where your score out of 10 is recorded. What type of data is your teacher collecting? Isn't that quantitative? Because it's a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay.
Number 8. Kind of on the same lines, but I still want to read it just in case that it changes. It says, studies have shown that in the classroom, material can drop as low as 4% within 15 minutes, then before the first hour class. Forgetting curve can change so that within 6 days, 25% is remembered. How can a student conquer this curve? The research in that constant review. Suppose your teacher wanted to test this and invite you to participate in a study where you were asked to review specific material 15 minutes after class for 10 minutes, hour after class for 10 minutes, and then again after class for 10 minutes. After the 6 days, they ask you if you feel confident you have retained 50% of the material. You then record your responses, yes, no, not sure. What type of data is your teacher collecting? I do have a category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not numbers.
Yeah, it's numbers.
Okay, question 9. It's the same thing, but instead it says your teacher also. Oh, it's not my turn. Sorry.
It just says the teacher also selects a group to no review material over the 6 days. This group is called the. I'd say that's just a control group.
Yeah.
And we said for categorical, right?
Yes.
Categorical. Yes.
Okay.
Which
Control.
Okay. Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Which of the following and a telephone poll whether or not tuberculosis back to one group placebo, mailed survey a mailed survey asked not they receive vaccine. So that would be B.
Yeah.
Because they needed.
I'm sorry, I'm having a real hearing.
I am too.
Were you reading number 10, right?
Yeah.
See, whenever I'm using Alexa, your volume thing is going up. So I wonder if it's yours. That's repeat. Yeah, if you mute it for a second, we'll see if I can hear some echo. Yeah. So when I go up, your volume thing go up, that little green indicator on the bottom of the thumbnail.
They tell any like this to bear. And if every member don't supposed to set down on like the feedback, like the echo. The headphones are supposed to stop.
Yeah, headphones are a good option.
Wait, we're supposed to have headphones in?
No, I'm just to prevent feedback.
Wait, is it my computer that's making the echo?
I think I don't know. I'm seeing your volume thing echo whenever I talk.
Here, hold on.
Because Alexa's the only one that doesn't echo.
I'll try these. Is that better for everyone?
Yeah, that sounds good. Let me try to. I have.
Yeah, the echo stopped.
Yeah.
That's better.
Perfect.
All right. So Charity, you read number 10, right?
Yeah.
And what did you think it was?
It was it was looking for experimental design, and it was the administering the tuberculosis vaccine and giving one group a placebo.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I thought too. Question 11. In a study to determine the average wage of working people in Mumbai, which of the following would be the best sample? Every 10th worker, I'm just reading them right now, sorry. Every 10th worker that you meet as you travel, no. All the workers in one working district, no. Many randomly selected workers in several, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the stratified or whatever, taking different group samples from
Yeah. Yeah.
each. Question 12. Is that me or is that you, Jared?
That should be me. It says you want to become the next Jonas Salk and produce a vaccine that will help cure children of respiratory syncytial virus. You test the vaccine and compare it to the placebo and randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine and one group to take the placebo. What or who are the experimental units or subjects?
The children.
Yeah, I was just going to say the children.
Yeah, I agree. So this next question, same question except random. Okay. You test the vaccine and compare it to a placebo and randomly choose one group of children to take the vaccine and one group to take the placebo. What are the treatments?
Vaccine by placebo.
Yeah. 14.
All right. All right. In 1992, the U.S. government supported a study that was run for 15-year-olds where 4,608 low-income families were given a chance to move to the less impoverished areas. They distributed vouchers to provide various support systems. The researchers wanted to determine if getting people out of the poor neighborhood would reduce their poverty level in U.S. citizens. The low-income families were randomly assigned one of the three groups. The MTO, low poverty voucher group, which received Section 8 certificate vouchers only in low poverty areas with less than 10% of the population below the poverty line, along with counseling and assistance finding private units to lease. The traditional voucher group received regular Section 8 certificates and vouchers, geographically unrestricted, and ordinary briefings and assisting from the PHAs. The control group, which received no certificates or vouchers but remained eligible for public project-based housing and other social programs, which of the following, or which families were otherwise have been entitled? This study was an observational study, an experimental study, or neither?
Like, I think it's an experiment because they changed variables.
To them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Match the following. So step 2 is collect the data.
Okay.
Step 1 is design the study. Step 5 is to take action. Step 3 is 4, describe the data. And step 4 is 5, make inferences. Is that right?
It's in different orders in all of ours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the way it was in the last one. Okay.
Here, I'll submit my quiz right now and I'll tell you guys what I got. And then if, so then, yeah. Oh, we got 100. Okay.
Yep, 100.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Awesome. So does this time always work for you guys? I know that Jared and Luke and I talked about it, but does this time work for you, Charity?
Yep.
Okay, so let's just plan on Tuesday every day at 8. Is that good?
We have to meet twice a week because
Twice a week?
lessons a week. And we have to do this again before Saturday.
Okay. So do you guys want to do Thursday at 8 then? Does that work? Or we
Yeah.
could do Friday or Wednesday too.
I mean, for me, the only reason I like, if it was Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I could meet anytime after 10, which I don't know if it'd be easier on you guys, but Tuesday, Thursday, I can only do it about 8 o'clock because I've got class here in just a little bit. I've got to go to, but
the 8 o'clock time because then my kids are already at school and I live in Texas, so it's actually 9 o'clock here. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays work for me because on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I have classes from 9 to 12:30, and I don't have any classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay, so do we want to do Thursdays then?
let's do it. Same
Thursdays
time?
at 8, yep. And then I'll start all of this again since I have everything now.
Perfect. Thank you, Alexia.
Uh-huh.
Are you the group leader?
I don't think he assigned a group leader. I just think that I
Just
thought
said
it was
get
just like one of
together.
the things that said yeah. And
Okay.
so That's not
Sound
hard.
bueno.
So perfect. All right, well, I'll see you guys Thursday then.
All right.
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks.
See you guys.
Bye.